As the longest and most attended exposition in the history of the world, the Panama Pacific International Exposition, held in the United States in 1915, is still exerting a profound impact on the world today, 100 years later. It was in that exposition that Tsinghua Chun Fenzhou, a kind of liquor from Shanxi Province, China, won a gold medallion for first class. This was the first time that industrial products from Shanxi had appeared on the international stage. Tsinghua Chun, as a representative of Chinese liquor, has gone to the world and has become a symbol of Chinese famous liquor ever since. The fragrance of Tsinghua Chun Fenzhou permeated the whole site of the International Exposition, which aroused many people to wonder, what kind of place is Tsinghua Village on the foot of Luiyang Mountain? Seen from the map, the Luiyang Mountain and the Yellow River both show a north-south trend within the territory of Shanxi, stretching for hundreds of kilometers. Luiyang is right at the center of this trend. With the river as the boundary, Luiyang and northern Shanxi face each other. With the mountains as the boundary, the lowest plateau is in the west of Luiyang and the Taiwan Basin in the east, which leads directly to the North China Plain. Such a geographical structure makes Luiyang present a unique and diverse ecological environment. The frequent intersection of geographical transportation in the history will naturally promote cultural integration in a place. Luiyang, which takes the advantage of being such an important artery, assembles the humanities of all the past dynasties and gives birth to a multitude of heroes. In June 2017, the President Xi Jinping came to Luiyang to visit the Jinsu Revolutionary Memorial Hall. He affirmed and praised the Luiyang spirit, which was formed by heroes during the Revolutionary War. Artery is inevitably associated with trade route. Since the Ming and Qing dynasty, the grain, oil, and fur produced in Ningxia and Hutao Plain in Inner Mongolia have constantly been transported to Xikou, a town by the riverside of Yellow River, near Luiyang through the Yellow River, and then transported via Luiyang by land to places like Taiyuan, Shijiazhuang, Beijing, Tianjin, and so on. Therefore, Xikou has become a well-known water and land terminal, which influences the business in the region of whole North China. With gin merchants setting off from the Yellow River and the Silk Road extending eastward from here, Luiyang serves as a place connecting the Western civilization and Chinese civilization. The profound culture produces the good liquor. The unearthed cultural relics show that the history of winemaking in Luiyang can be traced back to 6,000 years ago. The wine vessels of Luiyang and those of ancient Babylon and Egypt add radiance to each other, though being far away. The Tsinghua Chun Fenzhou, which was awarded a gold medallion for first class at the Panama Pacific International Exposition, is produced in Tsinghua Village, Fenyang, which is more than 150 kilometers away, Zikou Port. The Tsinghua-Chun Fenzhou goes through Tang, Song, Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasty and has run continuously for 1,500 years. At the same time, its reputation has been spread to the whole North China, along with the merchants setting off from Zikou. The time flies. By the 21st century, Luoyang has developed into a prefecture city with a population of 3.85 million. In the process of China's reform and opening up, the regional advantage of Luoyang as an artery is more obvious. Within its territory, 7 high-speed roads and 7 railways crisscross. It takes only 1 hour from Beijing to Luoyang by plane. From the founding of the People's Republic of China until the reform and opening up of China, the ecological environment of Luoyang Mountain was well protected. There remains the last virgin forest in North China, as well as a wider area of secondary forest and artificial forest. Luoyang Mountain is rich in mineral resources. The storage of coal, iron, bauxite, and coal bed methane is huge. The number 4 coking coal is known as National Treasure, and its bauxite reserve is the top in the province. In the yellow land where people work hard, plenty of grain, millet, potatoes, sorghum, and other grain crops are produced. Luoyang food, such as Liulan, Wangtou, Lan County Potato Feast, Fenyang Royal Banquet, has formed a unique school. Fenyang, the hometown of good wine, is also the hometown of chefs of Shanxi. Standing at the new historical starting point, Luoyang radiates unprecedented vigor and vitality. It actively engages in the belt and road construction, and it's cultivating and developing 9 industrial clusters, namely coal, tar, iron, aluminum industry, liquor industry, big data, light energy industry, machinery manufacturing, cultural tourism, modern logistics, and modern agriculture. The 1,000-year history of wine brewing forges the mature technique. The wine brewing technique of Luoyang, Tsinghua-Chun Fenzhou, has been included in the National Intangible Cultural Heritage Protection List by the Chinese government. The annual output of Tsinghua-Chun Fenzhou reaches 100,000 tons. Zhongfenzhou Cheng has become the largest production base of mild aromatic Chinese spirits in Asia. Famous liquors are assembled in Luoyang, China. The food is gathered and made into good wine, exuding the charm of year and time. Let the Chinese wine culture intoxicate the world. Let the fragrance of wine bloom in Luoyang. The 20th International Spirits Competition. Welcome to Luoyang, China.